What up, witches and beaches? So welcome to the full moon in Aquarius workshop. If you have not already made a donation, please consider doing so. I wanted to make this, as you know, pay what you can, so that it's accessible to anyone and everyone that feels the need or feels the calling to work with this moon's energy. But it is also my time, my energy, and my work that is going into creating this workshop. So again, if you haven't yet left a donation, please consider doing so. However, if you have left a donation, thank you so much. I appreciate you, I see you, and I am deeply grateful for you. So let's just get it out of the way. Yes, your girl did get a haircut and you're looking fresh and clean, looking real cute and whatnot. She's a virgin again. No, anyways. So what to expect in this workshop? First, we are going to be going over a few details in regards to this moon and information on it, how best to work with it, what energy is coming through, and then we are going to get into a tarot and oracle reading. I asked you guys on Instagram if you wanted me to keep the collective readings for the energy reading, or if you wanted to do an elemental reading where it's earth signs, sun signs, you get it, you know what I mean? And you guys chose elements, so we're gonna be doing that as our tarot and oracle energy reading. And then after that, we are going to be doing a meditation, a guided meditation. And following that meditation, we are going to be doing a releasing / manifestation ceremony. For the releasing / manifestation ceremony at the end of this workshop, I have decided that we are going to be making cleansing and protection sprays. It's a really easy way for those of you especially who can't do smoke cleanses. So that's what's to come. There's gonna be timestamps down in the description below, and you can see it on this YouTube channel as well. Also, I recommend subscribing to this channel because I'm gonna start making these workshops as public rather than unlisted like I've been doing. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, you wanna leave comments, reviews, anything, leave it down in the comments below. With all of that being said, let's get into all of the information surrounding this full moon in Aquarius. This full moon is happening on August 11th, 2022. A few names for this full moon are, and I'm checking my notes because ADHD, so if you see me looking over here like, girl, just give me a break, okay? Sturgeon moon, corn moon, harvest moon, rising moon, and it signifies the time of gathering and harvesting. So there's a lot of things coming to the surface right now. A lot of seeds that we have planted in the past are now coming up to be harvested. So if you've been seeing a lot of the fruits of your labors happening, or a lot of extra challenges coming to the surface, just know that it is that time. You know what I mean? It kind of, that's what's to be expected these days, just so you know. This particular full moon is the last supermoon of the year, and a supermoon just means that this moon is a little bit closer to the earth, and that means it just looks really fucking big. But with supermoons, that also means, yeah, it's gonna be super intense energy. I think we've kind of come to acknowledge that that's just, ever since 2020, girl, it's all big energy. The energy that this full moon is bringing forward is an invitation for you to practice gratitude, to take a step back and to look at the good things that you already have currently in your life. Like I was saying, this is a time for harvesting. So it is all of those seeds that you've already planted. There's no need to bring in more. There's no need to manifest anything more. You can if you want to, but this is the time to really take a step back and to just pay some gratitude for the things that you already have. Like I said, this full moon is in the sign of Aquarius, and Aquarians are social butterflies. They like making friends and influencing people wherever they go. When the moon moves into this sign, you'll probably feel an urge to call on your friends, spend time with friends, reach out to your community, and just involve yourself in more of a collective energy. This Aquarius moon could also have you feeling a little bit more rebellious and wanting to break out of the routine that you've been finding yourself in. So if you have particularly been finding yourself feeling a little stuck, this is definitely one of those times to just flip the switch, break the routine, get into the things that you want, and go and try new things, travel, explore, reach out to your community, your friends, make plans. With the sun in Leo and the moon in Aquarius, we are definitely in this place of figuring out how to find the balance between our independence and doing what it is that we want for ourselves, while also looking into what it feels like to work within a community or to collaborate with others. it's definitely the perfect time to recognize that there are things that are so much bigger than us and so much more important and impactful than just the things that are going on internally within our own worlds, and understand that we're just part of a collective, that we are one of many. And how do we fit into that? Welcome to the energy reading for this full moon in Aquarius. So if you're following me on Instagram, then you probably already saw that I checked in with you guys and I asked if you wanted to keep the collective reading going, or if you wanted to do element readings, meaning a reading for water signs, earth signs, air signs, and fire signs, and y'all voted for elements. So that's what we're gonna be doing. If you're wanting to get a more personalized reading that is specific to you, I highly recommend getting the full moon reading, which will be linked in the description and on my website. Use the code Moonchild to save yourself some money on that one. So let's see what is going on for these elements. We're gonna be working with my Hocus Pocus deck too. I'm going to start by pulling 3 cards. The first is going to represent where is it you need to focus your attention. The second is going to be what is it that you need to release. And then the last card is what is headed your way in this full moon. I feel guided to go to the earth signs, so we're going to look for what's going on with those earth signs. Oh, wow. Let me zoom in here, okay? So the first card that came out is the Master or the Devil. I feel like a lot of the, negative traits, the negative cycles that you've kept yourself in are really being brought to light right now. So if you find yourself particularly triggered, recognize that those things are coming to the surface in order for you to see that there's an issue that needs to be brought to light so that you can allow yourself to heal it, because it's like walking around with toilet paper on your shoe. If you don't know that it's there, you're not gonna address it. But if you know that it's there, you can address it and take that toilet paper off your shoe. So if you're feeling particularly triggered, it's on purpose so that you can address the issue at hand. What do you need to let go of? And this is the 8 of Potions in reverse. To me, this is giving very much like being in an unhealthy relationship and waiting for that person to leave you instead of you doing the work and leaving the situation and leaving that person behind. What is it that needs to be released for you, earth signs? It's taking accountability and recognizing that you can do the hard work of leaving behind situations that are no longer in alignment with your highest good, and knowing that in doing so and taking that first initiative to change your direction and to leave behind that negativity, you will be so much better off because of it, but you need to initiate that first step. What's coming through for you, or what's getting ready to come through for you? 9 of Candles in reverse. Earth signs, it feels like you guys have been putting a lot of your energy into creating a project for yourself. To me, this is feeling like a soul-driven purpose in business or in community. I just keep seeing seeds being planted. So it's like, it feels like you've been putting a lot of energy into creating this business or this community of people around you that feel very connected to your soul purpose. And you are so much closer than you recognize. It's just you need to allow yourself to recognize the work that you've been putting in and trust that the good stuff is coming. Because to me, this is very much a vibe of like, I've been putting in the work and I've been getting shit in return. And the reality of the situation is you've been putting in the work, and because of that, all of the toxic traits or the heaviness that you've been dealing with, that's all coming to the surface so that you can recognize it and get it the fuck out of the way so that you can create that forward momentum. Especially with the underlying energy being the Star. This is all about you, baby. This full moon energy is all about you standing in your truth and really going after the things that you want. You just need to recognize that when the quote unquote bad comes to the surface, that it's simply coming to the surface so that you can recognize it and heave ho, get that bitch out of there. So let's get some guidance for those earth signs. change. Yep, new season of life. Ultimately, you guys are being given this opportunity to create the change that you've been wanting to see in your life. I feel like you guys have been putting in a lot of energy and a lot of hard work into manifesting the life that you want to feel, experience, recognize for yourself. Don't think that just because you're being challenged or met with challenges means that you took a wrong turn. In fact, it means that you took the exact right turn that you needed to in order for you to recognize that, like, okay, clean that shit out of the way to make room for the things that I do want. So, next up is air signs. What up, air signs? So let's get into it. So air signs, we have revealing, release, and transformation. So what is being brought to your attention at this point, like what's coming through for you the most right now, is the 9 of lightning in reverse. And the 9 of lightning is like the 9 of swords. So this is depression, anxiety, sleepless nights, all of that kind of stuff. But you know, what's being brought to your attention right now is recognizing that yes, what you went through, that heaviness, is valid. All of the fear, all of the depression, the sleepless nights, the stress that you've been dealing with, it's valid. Everything that you've experienced is valid. But allow yourself to release whatever residual energy is still hanging on. So if you're still feeling frustration, honor that. Scream into a pillow. Go take a like boxing class or do something in order to release that, you know? And if there's still residual sadness or whatever, honor those feelings and release it. So now moving into this card, release, what we were just talking about. So what you need to let go of, the 2 of potions. And the 2 of potions is like the 2 of cups. I feel like there's been either a friendship or a contract, like a commitment that you've made in the past. Whether it's a friendship, a relationship, romantic or otherwise, or an agreement that you made in the past, if you feel like right now it no longer aligns with your purpose, recognize that you've outgrown that. That doesn't mean that you need to beat yourself up over it. It just means acknowledge that you have grown from that experience and are now open to new adventures, new opportunities, new energy. Allow yourself to know that you are worthy and safe to grow and move on. And then the next thing, what is emerging for you? So what's coming for you in this full moon is the Fool in reverse. And this is where I'm talking about why it's so important to acknowledge old energy and recognize that you have outgrown it. Because with the Fool, it's all about new adventures, new experiences, new, just new, you know what I mean? And so the Fool showing up in reverse is giving me very much this energy of like you reluctantly moving into this new phase of life. The image that I get is like holding your nose and then jumping in the water, but it's like, no babes, like dive in, have your eyes open, put those hands down and dive in, as opposed to just like and then crashing down into the water. This is saying like, no, this new energy that's coming, this beginning that you feel yourself being called to, be conscious in it. Be conscious in it and participate in this expansion, especially because like the other underlying energy here is the 3 of candles or the 3 of wands, which is about expansion, travel, like all of that. So allow yourself to participate in this growth as opposed to holding yourself hostage to an older version of you. Let's see what's some guidance for the air signs. These came flying out. We have caution, keep your guard up, and guidance. You are divinely guided. Feels to me like some of y'all have some people in your life that I think that you have felt the need to guard yourself around, and if that's the case, trust that. Know that where you feel truly guided is where you are meant to go, and if that means that you need to leave behind certain people, then do that. I also feel the need to tell you, and this may just resonate with a specific person, but if you feel like it's not safe to communicate with the person what your new plans are, then trust that and don't tell them what your plans are. This just feels like you need to trust yourself regardless of what anybody else thinks or has to say, and remember to protect your energy. This is a beautiful transition that you're allowing yourself to go down, but you need to recognize that some people aren't meant to go down that path with you for valid reasons. Okay, let's see what is going on with the water signs. Bro, I knew all of our cards were gonna be in reverse. Okay, except the underlying energy, so that's nice. Well, let me just start off by saying, water signs, I feel like we are kind of going through it. We have a tendency to not only connect to our own emotions, but to the emotions of the collective, the loved ones around us, all of this kind of stuff. And so it tends to get very overwhelming very quickly for us. So I find that that's kind of where we're at with having all of these cards in reverse, is basically just finding ourselves in a bit of a fog. What is coming through for us and being brought to our attention is the 9 of Potions in reverse, or the 9 of Cups in reverse. And so again, it's just about recognizing our happiness. The vibe that I'm getting is some of us are struggling with celebrating ourselves and authentically showing when we are doing well. Like there's this part of us that feels guilty for being in a good place. And you're being told like, babe, no, don't feel guilty about being in a good place. Because if anybody has a problem with you living your best life, that says more about them than it does about you. So allow yourself to just be happy, whatever happiness is for you. What needs to be released? The Transformation or Death card in reverse. Like I said, if we're holding on to guilt or negative energy around when good things happen for us, the frequency of those good things is gonna keep getting less and less. So allow yourself to embrace the change, embrace the growth, embrace the transition from the older version of us into this newer version of who we're becoming. And speaking of like who we're becoming, the energy that's showing up for us or coming through for us is the Empress. And the Empress is like this divine feminine energy. Like when you think of mother energy, but like the mom we all wish we had, the loving, caring, strong, beautiful, that is Empress energy. This I am woman, hear me roar energy. And that's what's headed our way. So water signs, allow yourself to thrive and to share that happiness and to live your best life and to allow others to see that and validate with that within yourself. It's not you being humble, babes. It's you denying yourself happiness, and that's not good. The underlying energy here is the 10 of Pentacles or the 10 of Pumpkins, which is like long-term stability, long-term abundance. This is like legacy money, legacy stability. So you creating this happiness and standing in your happiness and sharing that and allowing yourself to truly feel that is not only going to affect you in your present moment, but it's going to create that ripple effect for generations after you to understand and empower themselves to embody their happiness regardless of how anybody else wants to interpret it. Let's get some guidance. New beginnings. So that's again talking the same energy of the transformation cards. And with the snake too, it's about like shedding old skin. And then forgiveness. Forgiveness is more than saying sorry. Set yourself free. Set yourself free. Truly, it's about saying like, I forgive myself for denying myself happiness all of these years, and I'm allowing myself to finally, truly embody my happiness. And last but certainly not least, I've been hearing you guys yelling at me throughout this whole time. Fire signs, it is now your turn. I purposefully pushed you guys to the end to practice patience. All right, fire signs, so here's what we have for you. We have the 9 of Lightning or the 9 of Swords, Queen of Candles in reverse or Queen of Wands, and Page of Potions, aka Page of Cups. And the underlying energy is the 8 of Pumpkins in reverse or 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So let's get into it. What does this all mean? What is being brought to your attention? The 9 of Swords is when you feel yourself struggling and you are having those tough nights or those tough moments, for the love of God, don't meet it with with toxic positivity. Don't do that to yourself. You fire signs are, spoiler alert, fiery. You have a lot of feelings and a lot of it is very passionate and like fire driven. So that means that when you feel things, you feel it with a rage, like with a fiery passion. So when you are feeling that heaviness and you try and diffuse it with that toxic positivity of, oh, just feel better, whatever, you shouldn't feel this way, you're too good for this, da da da, all that kind of stuff, you're invalidating yourself. What you're being called to do is when this heaviness arises for you, validate that and honor it with whatever you need to do. So let's say it is anger and frustration that comes out for you. Address that anger and frustration first and foremost. Get your body moving, get that energy out, whether that's intuitively moving to music or screaming into a pillow, whatever you do, just honor that energy that's coming out first and foremost. You don't have to sit there and talk yourself down. Let's move on to what needs to be released. Queen of Candles in reverse, my love, start owning your shit. Like, this is Leo season, and I recognize that that's only one of the fire signs, but allow yourself to embrace your creativity, to embrace your sensuality, your sexuality, your prowess, and just say, fuck it, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if I'm messy. I don't care if somebody else thinks that I'm to this or to that or whatever the fuck. I just need to exist in my truth. So allow yourself to release this restraint of, no, I need to be this way, or I'm too much. You are not too much. You have just been surrounded by energies that have challenged you to either stand in your authenticity of being all of the things that you are, or back down and become whatever somebody else wants of you. You are meant to be who you truly are, passionate and fiery and expressive and creative. So be that person. And then what's coming for you in this full moon is the Page of Potions or the Page of Cups. So you are being called to allow yourself to be more go with the flow. All I keep hearing is rolling with the punches. So to that, it speaks to me as there are going to be punches. There are going to be opportunities where you can see it as like, I'm being knocked down, or you can see it as like, okay, well, let me actually show up and say the things that I actually want to say. Especially with the underlying energy being the Eight of Pentacles or the Eight of Pumpkins in reverse, it's saying do the work. Don't be scared of the work. Do the work. Yep, exactly. Remember who you are. Return to your roots. Anybody who requires you or asks of you to be something that you're not, they're not meant to be in your life, babes. Remember who you are and return to that. If you liked that, if that resonated with you, please leave a comment in this video letting me know how it resonates for you, or you can leave a review on the website, Jessie Retro Readings. If you're wanting to get a specific reading for you that is more in-depth for you in your specific situation, please feel free to book a reading via my website, and don't forget to use the discount code MOONCHILD to save yourself some money. But I appreciate you guys, and let's get into that meditation. Take a moment to ensure you are in a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down. If you feel called to shake your hands out or intuitively stretch your body, now is the time. Once you have settled in your most comfortable position, begin to bring your awareness to your breath. Take a deep breath in through your nose, feeling your chest and stomach area expand. Hold it in for a moment, then slowly exhale from your mouth. As you exhale, feel yourself relaxing and sinking into your supportive surface. Breathe in again, a little longer this time. Feel the oxygen entering your lungs, with each breath inviting new and fresh energy into your body, and on the exhale, releasing any stagnant energy that has been trapped in your physical vessel. Return to your natural breath and bring your awareness to your physical body. Let your mind travel up your body from your feet toward your head, pausing to let go of any tension wherever you feel it. Once your awareness has reached your crown chakra, begin to imagine a beautiful, bright, violet light expanding out from the top of your head and reaching up to the full moon. As the light grows, you begin to see a white light beaming down from the moon and gently connecting to your violet light. You are supported in this moment and in all moments to come. Mama Luna is calling to you to remind you that with her fullness, she is powerful and free to release that which no longer serves her. The same is true for you. With every inhale, bring in the energy of the moonlight. With every exhale, expel all energy corrupting from your truest self. When you are ready, either speak this within or empower it even more with your energy of your own voice. From now on, I choose peace. Whatever I do and wherever I go, I will not let the negative energy get to me, my heart, and my mind. I let go of the frustration and stress that have accumulated so far. I do not have the space for bitterness and doubts. I am happy and at peace with my inner self. Feel the moon gladly taking your troubles away. Use this moment of opportunity under the full moon to let go completely. Your mind is easily clearing out old ways of thinking. This is a magical moment. Enjoy this cleansing process. Feel your body renewing in the light of the full moon. Each tiny cell is in the full process of regeneration. You can feel the old cells begin to shed, opening space for new cells to flourish. Now you are beginning to clearly see a new vision is coming through. This newfound vision is greater than anything you have ever seen before. What do you see in your pure vision? Do you see yourself accomplishing great things? Perhaps you are fully healthy and vibrant.
making amazing advancements in your career, having meaningful connections with people who believe in you. Let the magic of the moonlight fill you with new ideas towards a better life. You deserve to let go of the old in order to usher in the new. Connect back to Mama Moon's white light beaming down onto you. Let it wash over you and cradle you in its pure energy. Breathe in deeply one last time. And as you exhale, releasing the final breath of relief, knowing that you are anew. When you are ready, come back to yourself and open your eyes slowly. You are safe. You are worthy. You are loved. I thank you, and your soul thanks you, for sharing this moment of healing. I decided to name this segment Witchy Workings because it wasn't necessarily just manifesting or releasing. It's more so about working with the energies and new ways to utilize it. So I decided Witchy Workings fit perfectly. So in today's Witchy Workings, we are going to be making cleansing and protection sprays. This is a really great option for those of you who cannot use smoke in your cleansing practices. So what you'll need: distilled water, rain or moon water, that is optional, frankincense essential oil, sage essential oil, lavender, it's optional. By the way, when it comes to the essential oil, if you feel called to use a different one, go for it. You'll also need a glass spray bottle. Highly recommend using a cobalt blue or amber glass. That way the essential oils do not develop bacteria. You'll also need incense sticks, a pot, a strainer, and a heat source or stove. First thing we're going to do is fill our pot with the distilled water. Honestly, as far as measurements go, I just wait until my ancestors tell me to stop. It really is just a feeling. Next, I'm going to put in some rainwater. We just recently had some rain and I ran and got that jar and was like, get it. So I'm just pouring some into the mix again until my ancestors tell me to stop. Next, I'm going to be putting in a sprig of lavender from one of my clients' gardens. Shout out, woo woo, thank you client, love you. So we're just going to be putting that directly into the water and setting it to simmer. By the way, if you are interested in just purchasing a cleansing spray from me, you can do that. Just DM me on Instagram, let me know you're interested, and I'll hook you up. So I just added another witchy element of intention by stirring the lavender clockwise to bring in positive energy. I accidentally forgot to record when I was stirring it counterclockwise to remove negative energy. Next up, we're going to be cleansing those jars with that incense, cleansing inside and out. And then I just decided to cleanse the top pieces because why the fuck not? So once your water is done boiling, you're going to strain it through a strainer. Wow, I know, revolutionary. Next up, grab those essential oils and just put some drops into that hot water. Again, like I said, I'm just waiting until my ancestors yell at me, and what they did today was tell me 10 drops of each. So that's 10 drops of sage essential oil and 10 drops of frankincense essential oil. I'm just noticing it's got to be so weird to hear the differences in my voice from going from the meditation voice to this one. Welcome to the many shades of Jessie. So now you're gonna let the water and oil cool down, and once it's ready, if you have a funnel, use it. I unfortunately could not find a funnel, so I just poured it from the pot directly into the jar. You can also add a few additional drops of the essential oil at this point if you want to. It's not necessary. It really is just up to you and what you feel guided to. And once you're ready, just put that cap on, shake it up to mix it a little bit, and then go ahead and start cleansing. Here, I'll cleanse you too. Psh, nah. And then a little additional intention behind all of this, I am going to set mine out under the moonlight to be charged under the full moon. But technically, the moon that you're seeing in this video is not the full moon. It's a few days beforehand because, you know, I gotta get this video out to you beautiful souls. Once your cleansing spray is done, feel free to use it wherever and whenever you want to. You can spray it in your home, on your furniture, and if you're wanting to spray this on yourself, here is the best way to do so. Just spray a few spritzes in front of you and walk into the mist. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. I hope that this was helpful. If you feel called to leave a review, go ahead and leave one either in the comments down below or on my website, JessieRetroReadings.com. And don't forget to hook yourself up with that discount code on your future readings or spell kits or whatever else you feel guided to. I love you guys. Bye.